Good morning, students. Welcome to the chemistry class. Today, I shall discuss some important questions from aromatic hydrocarbons, that means aromatic compounds. Okay. Previous class, we discussed about the equilibrium. Now, we'll stop this equilibrium part because in pre-annual unit test, you have this aromatic compounds from organic chemistry and environmental chemistry is there. Okay. So today I will revise this thing, okay, this chapter, aromatic compounds, through different types of MCQ questions, okay. First question is given, write the products of the following reaction. Here this is given metaxylene. Metaxylene we are using ferric bromide and bromine. So definitely Br plus is the electrophile layer. So options are given, that option A, here at the methyl ortho position 1 Br is there and between two methyl 1 Br is there. This product will not form because there will be severe steric hindrance or steric crowding. This product will not form, okay. And in the second option the same thing is there, between two methyl group 1 bromine is there and here one para position 1 bromine is there. Actually methyl is orthopara orienting, okay. So if you look at the option C, this is the correct answer because here one methyl as the ortho position, one bromine is the ortho position of this methyl group, okay, and another is at the para position compared to this methyl group, okay. And definitely because of less steric hindrance, this one will be the major amount and this one will be the minor amount. And if you look at this, okay, here also one meta bromo is there, okay, that compared to this 2 methyl, so that will not form. Methyl group is in the benzene ring is the orthopara orienting. So option C is the correct answer. Hope you can understand. Next, question number 2. Which of the following chemical system is non-aromatic? Okay. Question number 2 is given, which of the following chemical system is non-aromatic? Options are given, benzene, option B is naphthalene, option C is given thiopene, and option D is given this compound, cyclopentadiene, okay. Now definitely benzene ring is aromatic because it is obeying Huckel rule, okay, 4n plus 2 pi electron, delocalized pi electron. Naphthalene also aromatic, it is 6 pi electron, it is 10 pi electron. Here also this is heterocyclic aromatic compound and this lone pair is taking in the conjugation, so here also it is obeying 6 pi electronic system, but here there is this carbon atom is sp3 hybridized, okay, there will be no conjugation and definitely this one will be the non-aromatic compound. So option D is the correct answer. Hope you can understand. Next, question number 3. Question number 3 is given, which of the following compound will not undergo Friedrich-Kapp reaction easily? Question number 3 is given, which of the following compound will not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction easily. Option A is given nitrobenzene. Option B is given toluene. Option C is given cumene. And option D is given orthoxylene. So definitely the groups present in the benzene ring are increasing the electron density in the benzene ring, that will favor the Friedel-Crafts reaction. That means Friedel-Crafts reaction occurs easily. But in this case, the first option, nitro group is there, nitro group is deactivating. So it will decrease the electron density or withdraw the electrons from the benzene ring by resonance, and they definitely definitely here this compound, that nitrobenzene, will not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction easily. So this is the correct answer, option A. Next, question number 3. Question number 3 done. Question number 4. Question number 4 is given in a set of reaction. In a set of reaction, ethyl benzene yielded a product D. Okay. Options are given CH2, CH3, there is B. Reagent we are using KMnO4KOH. Alkaline potassium permanganate. Then B, we are on the product B, we are using reagent FeCl3. Here you have to write FeBr3 Br2. Okay, or FeCl3 Br2 you can write. Next, you are getting the product C. Next is given ethyl alcohol, presence of H plus. It is producing D. Now you have to find out the product D. So D would be, options are given. First one is given this compound. Option B is given option C is given option D is given okay. Now first one is ethyl benzene. Whenever you are using KMnO4, it may be toluene, it may be ethyl, it may be propyl, all will convert into benzoic acid. Now benzoic acid is a what type of compound? Okay, carboxylic acid is electron withdrawing group, so it is meta oriented. So whenever you use this thing, there will be meta-bromobenzoic acid. Option C will be meta-bromobenzoic acid. And alcohol and acid when you are giving, that means carboxylic acid group will be esterified. Okay, here will be formation of ester. So it will form COO C2H5. Okay. So which option is given here? Option D is the correct. Okay, that is ethyl benzoate. Okay, meta-bromo ethyl benzoate. This is the correct option. Hope you can understand. Next, question number 5. Phenyl magnesium bromide. Okay, you are giving carbon dioxide and you are giving H3O plus and you are getting product P. So in this reaction, product P is options are given: A, benzaldehyde. Option B is given benzoic acid. Option C is given phenol. And option D is given PHCOPH. This is called benzophenone. Okay. So definitely this is Grignard reagent. Okay. Here will be negative Mg2 plus and Br minus. So this negative charge will attack the carbon dioxide molecule. And you will get COMgBr, C double bond O. And when you are giving H3O plus, it will be protonated and you will get benzoic acid. So definitely options D is the correct answer, that is the benzoic acid. Okay. Next question. Question number 6. Increasing order of electrophilic substitution. Increasing order of electrophilic substitution reaction for following compounds. Okay. Benzene, toluene, anisole, CF3. Okay, now options are given 4, 1, 2, 3. Option B is given 3, 2, 1, 4. Option C is given 1, 4, 3, 2. Option D is given 2, 3, 1, 4. Okay. Now here you see that whenever electron releasing group is there or that groups increasing the electron density in the benzene ring, there will be easy electrophilic substitution. Okay. And in this case, okay, toluene, this compound, okay, and this compound, it has plus R effect. Okay, so it increases the highest electron density in the benzene ring. Then toluene will come. Okay, and CF3 fluorine is electron withdrawing. So definitely here electrophilic substitution will be very less. Okay, because it then decreases the electron density from the benzene ring. So least will be this one. So 4 is the least. Then which one will come? Definitely this one will come, benzene. Then toluene will come. Then because its electron donating capacity to the benzene ring or increasing capacity in benzene ring is greater, because here methyl group has only plus I effect, and here OCH3 group has methyl plus I effect is there as well as plus R effect. So plus R effect is greater than plus I. Okay, so definitely, so it will be the highest. So option A is the correct. Okay, so it has the highest order of electrophilic substitution reaction. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss another question. Question number 7. Which of the following compound will be most easily attacked by an electrophile? Okay, options are given: phenol, B is given chlorobenzene, C is given benzene, and D is given toluene. So which of the following compounds will be most easily attacked by an electrophile? So here you have to again check that which group is increasing the electron density in the benzene ring highest. So definitely here methyl has plus I effect, chlorine also plus R effect is there, but between carbon and chlorine the size of the orbital is that means chlorine orbitals are greater compared to this, so here overlapping will be less, but here resonance will be very high. Okay, in case of this phenol, because it is a having plus R effect, so it increases the electron density. So A will be the correct option. Okay, so it will be easily attacked by electrophile. Next, question number 8, I am not writing here, I am telling you that question is given, which one is incorrect statement, okay, about the aromatic compounds. Aromatic compounds obey Huckel's rule of aromaticity. It is correct. Aromatic amino compounds are more basic than aliphatic amino compounds. Okay, it is wrong, because aromatic amino compound, if I write like aniline, and aliphatic amino compound, suppose I am writing ethylamine. Now which one is more basic? So here nitrogen lone pair is engaged in resonance with the benzene ring, but here nitrogen lone pair is free to donate. Okay, so this will be better base compared to this one. So this one weaker base. This one is the so aliphatic amines are stronger base than aromatic amine. So here option is given aromatic amino compounds are more basic, okay, than aliphatic. So this is the wrong statement. So this is the incorrect statement. So answer will be the B, and other options are given aromatic diazonium compounds are more stable than aliphatic diazonium compounds. This is correct. Okay, actually aromatic diazonium compounds are stable at 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. Okay, and if you take in the higher temperature or room temperature, it will dissociate. And aromatic compounds, option D is given, aromatic compounds undergo electrophilic substitution reaction. It is also correct. Next, question number 9 is given based on the fractional distillation of coal tar. This is very important for your exam. Questions will come. Question number 9. The name of fractional or name of fraction of coal tar. The name of the fraction of coal tar distillation at temperature range 543 to 633 is, option A is given light oil, option B is given middle oil, option C is given heavy oil, and option D is given green oil. So definitely 542 633, the answer will be the green oil. Okay, light oil will come around 443 Kelvin, up to 443 Kelvin, and this is the middle oil. Middle oil will come from 443 to 503 Kelvin. Heavy oil will come from 503 to 543 Kelvin, and green oil will come from 543 to 633 Kelvin. Okay. Next question is given. Question number 10. At the temperature range 543 to 633 Kelvin, okay, the name of the fraction is green oil, because, okay, option A is given. I am not writing anything. It is given. It contains benzene and xylene. Okay. It contains naphthalene. It shows green fluorescence. It contains carbon. Okay. Actually, because of presence of anthracene and phenanthine compound, okay, it will show green fluorescence. So green fluorescence is the correct answer. And here you have to remember that in case of light oil, it is coming around up to 443 Kelvin, and the type of compound is present is benzene and xylene. And in case of middle oil, it is coming 443 to 503 Kelvin, and here the compounds we are getting phenol, cresol, naphthalene. And in case of heavy oil, it is coming 503 to 543 Kelvin. Here naphthalene or naphthol, cresol and naphthalenes, these compounds are present. And in the green oil, you will get naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthine like compound. And as these are fluorescence active compound, there will be green fluorescence. Okay, that is why it is called green oil. Hope you can understand. Okay. Next question is given, that question number 11. Kekulé structure contribute about contribute about dash and dwell structure contribute about dash to the resonance hybrid of benzene. Options are given 10%, 90%. Option B is given 80%, 20%. Option C is given 20%, 80%. Option D is given 50%, 50%. Okay, so Kekulé structure contribute about, it will be 80%, and Dwell structure contributes 20%. Okay, so these are the Kekulé structure I am drawing, contributing to the resonance hybrid. Just because of resonance, the double bonds are shifting. This is the Kekulé structure. %80 is contributing to the resonance hybrid, and these are the Dwell structures. Okay, so these are the Dwell structure. So they are giving 20%, contributing 20%. Understand what I am telling? Next, question number 12. What is the energy difference between the most stable resonance contributing structure of benzene and actual structure or resonance hybrid? Okay, options are given 140 kilojoule per mole. Option B is given 160 kilojoule per mole. Option C is given 151 kilojoule per mole. Option D is given 36 kilojoule per mole. So here, this is nothing but resonance energy. Resonance energy is the difference between the most stable canonical structure and the resonance hybrid or actual structure. Okay. So here in case of benzene, it will be 36 kilocalorie per mole or 151 kilojoule per mole. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Next we will go to the question number 13. Which compound is not anti-aromatic? Options are given B, C is given, option D is given, this one. Now here all of you know that according to Huckel's rule, 4n plus 2 pi electronic systems, cyclic, homocyclic, homocarbocyclic conjugated system, okay, planar conjugate system are called aromatic, and if there is 4n pi electron, they are called anti-aromatic. So this one is 4n pi electronic system, 2 plus 2 4. This is also anti-aromatic 4. Here also 4 pi electronic system, cyclic conjugated system, okay. And but this one is also 4n pi, but actually this is cyclooctatetraene, okay. So actually it is not planar, okay. Actual structure it will be star shaped, so its planarity is lost and there will be no conjugation. So this is a non-aromatic compound. So only this compound, okay, is not anti-aromatic compound. Hope you can understand. Next, question number 40. Which one has the highest dipole moment among the following? Option A is given naphthalene, option B is given benzene, option C is given anthracene, option D is given azulene. Structures are given in your book. Naphthalene, if you draw the structure, it will come like this. This is non-polar because all carbon-hydrogen bond, okay, will be towards carbon, bond moment, cancel each other. Here this is cancelling this carbon-hydrogen, this one is cancelling this carbon-hydrogen bond moment. In this way, all bond moment will be cancelled, here mu is equal to 0. So no dipole moment. Benzene also no dipole moment. Anthracene also no dipole moment. Only azulene structure, already I have discussed, you have to know. This is the structure of azulene. Okay. Now here, because of resonance, both the ring will be aromatic. Okay, and definitely this positive charge will rotate here as well as this negative charge will rotate here. Definitely there will be some dipole moment. Okay, so highest dipole moment will be highest dipole moment compound will be here azulene. Okay, hope you can understand. That is why azulene is soluble in polar solvent also. Okay. Others all are non-polar, they will be dissolved in non-polar solvent, but azulene will be dissolved in polar solvent. Next, question number 15. If all the three substituent groups are different, in benzene ring, then the number of possible isomers is. Okay, options are given 3, B is given 6, C is given 10 and D is given 12. So 10 is the correct answer. All the three substituents are different, means suppose here is X, here is Y and here is Z. Okay, 3 is different. Now you have to position isomers, you have to change their position and you will get total 10 isomers. Okay. Next, question number 16. Which compound is non-aromatic? Which compound is non-aromatic? Non-aromatic. Options are given: A, cyclopropynyl cation, cyclopropynyl anion, cyclopropene. This is cyclobutynyl dication. So in this case, this one is the aromatic, this one is anti-aromatic, this one is also aromatic. All are obeying Huckel rules. This is anti-aromatic 4n pi electron, this is 2 pi electron system. Okay, planar conjugated carbocyclic. Okay, but this one is sp3 hybridized, carbon atom is present and here is no conjugation. So definitely this is the correct answer. This is non-aromatic compound. Next, question number 17. What is the electrophile during sulfonation of benzene by concentrated sulfuric acid? Okay, option A is given SO3, SO2, H2SO4, H2SO3. Okay, so definitely here actually the compound will be SO3, sulfur trioxide molecule. Okay, sulfur trioxide molecule is the electrophile during sulfonation reaction of benzene by concentrated sulfuric acid or fuming sulfuric acid. Next, question number 18. Benzene on oxidation in the presence of vanadium pentoxide at 773 Kelvin gives, options are given: acetic anhydride, option B is given malic anhydride, option C is given glyoxal, option D is given ethanol. Okay, so definitely malic anhydride is the correct answer. Hope you can understand. Next, question number 19. which substituent attached to the benzene is not meta-orienting. Options are given: NH3 plus, B is given COOH, C is given NO2, D is given Cl. Okay, NH3 plus is meta-orienting, COOH is meta-orienting because it decreases the electron density from the benzene ring. Okay, nitrogen is also meta-orienting. Okay, but Cl, as it has lone pair of electrons, so it will increase the electron density through resonance. So definitely D is the correct answer. And last question today I discuss, question number 20, benzene on ozonolysis followed by hydrolysis with water in the presence of zinc powder gives, option A is given glyoxal, option B is given diformyl, option C is given ethanediol, option D is given all. Now what will be real answer? Actually, when you give ozone, okay, first step, and in the next step you are giving zinc water, there will be formation of ozonide first, then it will break and there will be formation of 3 molecules of this glyoxal. Okay, so glyoxal will be the correct answer. Okay, in this way we have completed the discussion of some questions, okay, from the part of aromatic compounds, and next day we will discuss some questions, okay, from this environmental chemistry part. If you have any type of confusion, okay, you can ask me or send me your question through my WhatsApp, or there is one school query button, from there also you can send. Okay, and today up to this, thank you.